Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to another video. Career progression is one thing, and then you have LinkedIn. Now, one of the main reasons why my career skyrocketed was because of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is no joke. All your employers that are looking for, employees, people to hire, they're on LinkedIn. They can see what's going on. Now, what you need to do is, whenever you do any work, anything you do, showcase it on LinkedIn. And not just any way, but there are ways to showcase this, and we'll show you in the next few videos. But just to keep it very short and concise, your LinkedIn is a showcase of your profile, and this is for recruiters, hiring managers, and employers to see. In your LinkedIn, you need to have these few things. After your name, your headline, what you're working towards. Ideally, try to have some sort of a banner somewhere. If you haven't spoken anywhere, then have a short banner. Just keep a banner somewhere there. You go down to your summary. Keep a short summary. The skills you're working on, skills you have. That's it. And then when you go down, mention any projects you've done, any past experiences. If you haven't got any past experiences, it's okay. You can put your projects on there, any outstanding work you've done. Now, whenever you do any work, make sure you share it. Get friends to share it, comment, and so on. Below that, you can have your certificates, anything, any certs you've done before. Make sure it's there. Try to get recommendations from friends, people you've worked in the past. Ask them to recommend you on LinkedIn, because these are seen by people and other potential hiring managers. They see this and they see, okay, this guy, there's someone that can vouch for him, they can vouch for that person, and so on.
Another really important thing. So let's say you filled in your profile, you put in a profile picture, you have a banner, your profile follows a theme. You now have a professional profile, which is perfect, right? But remember, that in itself is not enough, especially in today's tech market. So recruiters look for more than just this. They look for projects that you've done. They look for some of your old posts and things like that, right? So what you need to sort of show is that you're sharing content, you're sharing the projects that you've done. Let's say you've completed a project, but it's sitting in your local computer. It has to go somewhere. It won't be seen otherwise. It has to go on your GitHub. You have to create a LinkedIn post about it saying you've completed this project. Even give people a link where they can look at the website. Let's say you've hosted a project on any hosting service. Share the link to this project that you've done, so people can actually visit that website and see what you've done, right? Seeing is believing. Another thing is, of course, sharing knowledge. Now, sharing knowledge, it doesn't have to mean that you're an expert. It can mean that you might have just learned something and you're just putting it in your own words. You've watched a video, you put a diagram together, and you teach that to your LinkedIn network. It's not that hard. There's so many things you can post when it comes to LinkedIn. But even if you don't get that much traffic, it's still your showcase. Recruiters might come to your profile later and just flick through your post. And this actually makes a difference. It's made all the difference for us, especially for me, because whenever I apply to a role directly through LinkedIn, which is another thing actually, LinkedIn jobs, which I'll come to in a second. Whenever I apply to a role on LinkedIn jobs using the easy apply feature, you'll notice that the easy apply feature sends your LinkedIn profile and your CV attached. So recruiters are forced to sort of see who from LinkedIn applied to that role. That's exactly what they do. They visit your LinkedIn profile. They make sure that you're the right candidate. Obviously, they look at your CV as well, which is your first impression to them. But of course, because you've applied through LinkedIn, they look at your LinkedIn profile, right? And of course, just having that presence, having content that you've shared in the past, it makes all the difference when you get shortlisted for a role.
And this is why we mention LinkedIn all the time. LinkedIn, because it's not trivial, but it's very important for you to have LinkedIn profiles to the best that it can be. On top of your CV, your LinkedIn comment is very important. LinkedIn is probably, after your CV, probably your first impression someone can see on the digital space. So make sure LinkedIn is the best that it can be.
So this is the reason we mention LinkedIn so much. We want you to take action. We want you to implement these things and see the results for yourself. And yeah, that's all. So I'll leave you to it. Assalamu alaikum.